What's up, guys? You know, I might be about 20 minutes late, but thanks everybody for hanging out and waiting for my ass. um, Ricardo, so I wouldn't want to swap what I'm doing today, but if you send me that file, that will guarantee that I do Galfrey next week. That will take some work off of my plate that I would have to do. So I would appreciate if you would just send that to me on Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord yet. I think you are. But yeah, if you would send that save file to me on Discord, I will definitely get Galfrey done next week. I kind of want to do this one this week. Partly because it's what I've already got set up. And also partly because it kind of makes sense. Next week you won't be able to catch the stream live. Oh wait, is next week what is next week? Oh, next week is Christmas weekend. And then the week after is New Year's weekend. I do still kind of have my heart set on doing these guys today. Part of the reason is because the DLC just came out, and I think that now is a really good time. Speedrun all 4? Oh, gee. No, because it would be all 5. That would be 5 characters, because I was saving Undead Galfrey to do with Galfrey. But yeah, I really, really do want to do these guys today. Links do not work in the chat, no. But if you do send me something on Discord, I will get it. I do have my DMs open on Discord. What just fell? But yeah, what we are going to do today is we are going to look at the 3 story companions in the Through the Ashes and Lord of Nothing. Yeah. DLCs. Yeah, like one of the main reasons that I want to do these 3s. I would have done these 3 last week had I been thinking about it. But yeah, I wanted to get it done, or even the week before, right? Because the DLC is still fairly new. But yeah, let's get into it. I am curious if they have shard auto builds as well. Right? So we will see how that goes as we progress through. So start off with point blank and precise shot. Right? His background gives him point blank shot. Gets precise shot. Dodge at level 2, I'm not a huge fan of. I feel like that's not necessary for a ranged character. Although, if I remember right, like the beginning of the DLC was pretty rough, at least for me. So maybe that was helpful. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played through that DLC once when it first came out. But just as a general build, I'm not a huge fan of dodge at level 2. I feel like, for a ranged character specifically, I feel like you should have been going more towards extra damage. Okay, so there is an auto build. Oh, there's a build for those. Rapid shot. Finesse training for daggers. I guess because he's a ranged character, finesse training doesn't really matter. Right? So it doesn't really matter too much what choices he takes here. Rapid shot is great. Like, yes, you take this 100% yes. Right? Like, there's absolutely no reason not to, unless okay, so the only reason that you wouldn't is if you were going to take, like, weapon focus or something, if you're on a higher difficulty, because if you're on a higher difficulty, you probably don't want to take this penalty to attack. But as it is an auto build, we're kind of just going off of the assumption that we're going to be doing lower difficulty, where hitting a person is far more likely. Yeah, good. Oh, wait, we didn't look at this. Ability, trickery, stealth, knowledge, world, percept. Yeah, all of these are good. All of these are things. Knowledge world makes sense for sure. Okay. Oh, that's right. I have a helmet on him that just gives him a +1 to all of his. Okay. Yeah, knowledge world does make sense for a rogue for sure. All right. Level 4, boosting up dex as you should. And then there's weapon focus longbow. Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, okay, so I mean, hell, as I was going through and playing, the Discord doesn't let you post. Really? Just send me a DM on Discord. I'll have to look at what my Discord permissions are, because I might have fucked something up. I'm not very good at being a Discord fucking, like, creator and person, so I might have fucked something up on the permissions on Discord. I'll take a look at those after the stream. But yeah, so I was actually using the auto build for a while in while I was leveling up, just because I think I stopped at toughness. Just because they're like, it was just really good. It was just a really good do not have permission to send messages in this channel. The Wait, where's Many Shot? Wait, where's Many Shot? Why do we not have Many Shot yet? Where you at? Oh, because we got shitty BAB. Okay. I'm used to so many. Yeah. I'm used to because, like, you know, the basic, like, build for an archer is like point blank shot, precise shot, you know, rapid shot, Many Shot, right? But most archer classes are full BAB, or at least 3/4 BAB. Or I guess rogues are 3/4 BAB. So the fact that we're level 5 and we still don't have the BAB for fucking Many Shot is kind of insane. But regardless, if we're doing this, toughness, again, it's kind of the same as dodge. I feel like they get it via extra feats. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them definitely do. If we're looking for damage, we could get deadly aim. Even take weapon focus. We already got that. We already got weapon focus. Yeah, we don't have deadly aim yet. Um, the fact that we've used both of our rogue talents for combat feats. Auto builds are great. Allow the player to focus on what I do best, play. Yeah, this and well, some of them are actually pretty decent. Most of the better ones do tend to be more martial characters. A lot of the spellcasters, I'm like, ugh, I stay away from those. But a lot of the martial characters, the auto builds aren't terrible. There's a couple of them that are really weird. Microsoft Excel. I've definitely, there are some games where I have spent a long time in Excel. Like legitimately. I made an Excel sheet for Kingdom Hearts synth materials. And I made an Excel sheet for Final Fantasy X capture. Monster capture for the arena. Candy Observer is definitely a good choice for him. He is going to be one of the best perception people in your party. This spreadsheet calls me. But yeah, so having Candy Observer here definitely makes sense. Never used Excel to plan a game. So I don't use it to plan out the game. What I did, if I have time at the end, I can actually pull it up. Is trying to keep track of what materials you need. Like if you're playing Kingdom Hearts or Kingdom Hearts 2 and you're trying to do the synth, you're trying to get all of the synth materials, it's a fucking nightmare to try and keep track of how many you need still and stuff. So what I did was I made a sheet that I could just click. It had the list of all of the things that you needed to craft. Like the minimum number of things that you needed to craft to be able to complete the entire synth list. The materials needed, and then you could click on each of the things that you would craft. Had a checkbox, you click that, it removes the amount of items needed, so that you could check your inventory, and as long as you had that many or more, you were good. You had what you needed. Like I said, I could show that off in a bit. So here, okay, so there is not a, we'll just take that. It's fine. There is not a shard auto build. So that's good to know. That's good to know. We won't have to do that for the other two. Improved initiative. Yeah, right? Because you want him to go really, really early in the first round, because then everybody's flat-footed and he gets auto sneak attack on everybody. Yeah, improved initiative for this guy is really, really important. Even more so than with a lot of other characters. More dex, more of all the normal things. Hey, there's Deadly Aim. Archers always want super... I mean, let's be completely honest. Everybody wants super high initiative, right? Everybody wants super high initiative. But I feel like archers and like blaster, well, any kind of offensive spellcaster, having really high initiative on them is really, really important, because you might, like, they are, I think, probably the most likely to be able to take out enemies in one hit or in one round. Because, you know, the melee got to run up to them first and all that stuff. Level cap is around 10. If it's around 10, then the auto build should be ending here in a moment. Which also means that I'm almost at the cap, because I think I was at level 8. Like, I think I was at this level when I when I respect him. But yeah, we got Deadly Aim. That's great. Snapshot. I don't know about that one. We now have access to many shots. Yeah, I don't like snapshot here. This is like the first one where I'm like really against, like, even toughness and dodge, because of how much lesser your power is in this compared to in the main game where everybody gets mythics, everybody gets hyper powerful. Like snapshot in general, you can like it. I just don't think it's very good. There's a difference. Right? There's a difference between liking something and thinking that something is objectively good. I do not think that snapshot is objectively good. Because, especially since we don't have point blank master. We do not have point blank master, and yet we are taking snapshot, which requires your archer to go into melee range. So you will be constantly triggering attacks of opportunity against you. So if you want to take snapshot, that's fine. Don't take it until after you have point blank master. Because you're just going to suicide. Yeah. You're just going to get yourself killed. I don't mind, like, okay, so snapshot is... I think snapshot is one of those ones that's a lot better if you are... Snapshot's already a lot better if you are doing turn-based, right? If you're doing turn-based, it's a lot easier to get within the right ranges of these things without having to worry about it. Whereas in real time, you're sitting there, you're trying to micromanage your archer's range when you could be doing other things, right? So I think snapshot and its progressively, improved and greater snapshot, I think those are definitely better suited for turn-based than real-time. And none of them should be taken unless you have point blank. Then you're just gonna explode yourself. I also don't think that any of them should be taken until you have many shot. What about clustered shots? Do we have access to clustered shots yet? Yes, we do. This is another really important one, because we don't have anything like the what is it called? The thing in the main game that gives you fucking DR bypass for everything. I keep wanting to say Hand of the Inheritor, but that's not. Covenant of the Inheritor, that's what it is. Covenant of the Inheritor gives you, like, DR bypass for everything, right? In the main game. You don't have that in this. So being able to disregard DR is very, very important. So cluster shots is super, super, super. So yeah, we have two others, many shot and cluster shots. Many shot and cluster shots, I think, is a better choice than Ranger archetype that can teleport to melee range. It's not very good in general, but I like to play with it instead. That is perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm sure there's some ways to make these better. And like I said, like, if you're playing on tabletop or if you're playing in turn-based in this game, snapshots viability just skyrockets, right? I'm coming specifically from a point of view of real-time combat in this game, in which case trying to micromanage snapshots range is just a lot more difficult. All right, level 10. Okay, so there we go. There's cluster shots. I do think I'm trying to think. Okay, so far we have fought giants, and what else? What else have we fought? I can't remember what enemies we've come across in this area that we're in right now, because it was at the very, very end of the stream last week, or on Tuesday. Might as well be last week. Goblins. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, do we run into enough enemies with DR to prioritize clustered shots over many shots? Like, I know I was just talking up clustered shots really hard, but I don't... Do giants have DR? I can't fucking remember. They might. Giants might have DR. If they do, obviously, cluster shots is really important. If they don't, it's not. Also, I don't know if you get clustered shots in time. They do? Okay. I thought they did, but I couldn't remember for sure. You might also not get... Well, anyway, regardless, I'm pretty sure you're going to be running into more things that have DR as you go forward, so getting cluster shots is... Like, it's really good. Oh, and there's many shot, and they just took finesse training rapier. I mean, it's a really good one to take. Doesn't matter because we're a ranged character. We're using longbows. We're not using melee weapons, so taking finesse training doesn't really matter. It's just, it's a thing that we have to do, right? It stops at 11. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so the auto build stops at level 11 for now. Huh. Okay. Yeah. You were saying that it was stopping around here. I just did not realize that they were just going to kill the auto build. I figured they would send the auto build all the way through at least. Okay. Huh. All right. Well. Oh, shit. All right. Well, I think I just... All right. Look. You're not supposed to reach level 20? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. But I wanted to double check. I wanted to check. Well, A, I didn't think about it. That's the primary thing. First and foremost, I didn't think about that. Secondly, you get away. I forgot what the secondly part. It's good to double check. That's what the second part. All right. Oh, yeah, let's check out. So we are at level 8, almost level 9. Very, very close to level 9. Oh, that's right. She was like, oh, man, there's a fucking thing over here. So I get to figure out this puzzle on Tuesday. All right. But that's on Tuesday. That's not today. We'll just go to 12 and see what happens here, right? If, once we get to level 12, if these guys have a, if these guys still have a, an auto build going, we will continue going forward. Okay, so. Sorcerer. Spell focus conjuration, superior summoning, spell penetration, 5 slashing. That sounds fitting. That would make sense. Hermit? Really? I don't think that fits this character at all. Like if they're trying to go for RP for their backgrounds, this doesn't make any sense at all for this character, right? Why would you go for Hermit here? Anyway. Spell Focus, Conjuration, Superior Summoning, and then Spell Penetration, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Right? Because, like, the big draw for Conjuration spells is that they bypass spell resist already. You don't need Spell Pen. And also, Spell Pen at level 3 is just weird in and of itself. That Knowledge Arcana makes sense. Lore Nature does make sense for this character because he's a big old traveler person. And then UMD also makes sense for a sorcerer. Let's take a look at what spells we've got. We got Grease, which, I mean, if you're going to take Spell Focus, Conjuration, Grease is probably one of the best spells that you can have. Does gain Magic Missile at level 3, so Spell Pen works for that. That is true, however... Spell Pen at level 3, how many enemies are you going to be running up against at level 3 that have spell resistance? I feel like that's something that you could hold off on for a minute. Then let me take only 12 decks. That's kind of gross. Not gonna lie, only 12 decks on a caster. I feel like you don't need that 12 wisdom. Or the extra intelligence, honestly. You could have gone without the intelligence, without the wisdom, and bumped up your decks a bit more. Maybe dropped your strength down some more as well. If we're trying to min-max, right? If we're trying to min-max, like... Inta's a dump stat on a wizard. He's a sorcerer, sir. If I said spellcaster, if I said spellcaster, then like, I don't like dumping intelligence because I do think that the skill points are useful, right? But like, we could go without having Lore Nature on this guy. Especially since this is a DLC that is like designed around having mercenaries. Like, it's good to have some skill points. It's good to have some skill points, but whatever. My brain just died and lost that entire train of thought. So we're just gonna move on. We're moving on. Party comp, a lot of time I have enough skill coverage between my party to not care. It's fair. That's fair. The only one that I'm like, I want everybody and their mom to have is Perception. That's literally the only one. Everything else, you just need one person to be really good at, and you're good. But if you have like 8 people that all have really high Perception, you're in a better spot than you would be if you only had 1 or 2. Alright, what do we got here? So we are boosting up Charisma, which, duh, yes. We get Stone Call. Stone Call. I think, okay, so this is a spell that I never ever use because I used it in Kingmaker and I realized just how shitty it was to have to deal with the fucking difficult terrain that it left behind. So I never ever used it after that. But in Wrath, it's a lot better because you could just cancel the spell after the fight's over, right? You don't have to deal with it. So Feather Step is your friend. Look, imagine actually using that. Come on now. Come on now. You can't be doing that shit. So yeah, like I'm I agree 100% that this is probably a really, really, really good spell. I just personally don't use it because of irritations in the past that I personally went through. That's all. It's all. That's all. I'm not saying that this is a bad spell. I'm just saying that I don't use it because I didn't like it when I first tried it. And it's also conjuration, which means that it gets a bonus from the spell focus and all that good stuff. It's also conjuration, so it's not affected by spell resistance, so that spell penetration is still useless. Mostly useless. We have one whole spell that goes through spell resistance. In Magic Missile. We're getting greater spell focus and also greater spell pen. So we have greater spell pen by level 5. Okay. Also, we're getting Enlarged Person and Cat's Grace. Yeah, I feel like this is like double and tripling down. So like what I probably would have done is I probably would have gone for something that's not greater spell focus here. I would have gotten greater spell focus as the bonus feat. We do not have improved initiative, no. That's a thing. I mean, we already have superior summoning, so augment summoning is also something that we could take. And arguably, I would say that augment summoning is better than superior, right? This just gets you one more creature. This one boosts all of the creatures that you summon. Yeah, like there's although we also don't have any summoning spells, do we? Wait, do we even have any summoning spells? We don't. We took superior summoning at level 1, and yet by level 5 we have no summoning spells. Okay, video game. Sure, we'll play that. Let's see what all we get access to with this bloodline feat selection once we get to level 7. Level 6. We get Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is our first No Spiked Pit, no Stinking Cloud. Not even Animate Dead Lesser. I mean, I get that Animate Dead Lesser isn't going to get advantage from, like, spell focus conjuration. But it should at least get the +1 from augment summoning, right? Is this... At least now you have a use for spell pen. Yeah, we now have more than just magic missile for spell pen use. Actually, was there ever another? I mean, I guess we also had color spray. Yeah, magic missile and color spray were the only two. Jesus. All right. So I mentioned this earlier. A lot of times in this game, martial character auto builds are actually not terrible. But spellcaster auto builds, for whatever reason, tend to go off the rails real fucking bad. Meta Magic Bolster? What? Okay. I mean, I guess we finally got Spiked Pit. Finally, I say. 1 level later. Wait. So, Stone Call... Wait, what was the bloodline feat? Okay, we get improved initiative. We get that at least. Wait. Hold up. Superior summoning isn't even on this fucking list. How did he have this? Because if it was one that was already taken, it would be grayed out like one of these. Superior summoning is not on the list of bloodline feats that you could select for the arcane bloodline. Where did this come from? Also, I would like to point out that we're now at level 7 and we still don't have a single summoning spell. But at least we got improved initiative. That's actually really nice. That's really nice. We got improved initiative. Unfortunately, companion magic. Yeah, it's like Rekarth's unique bloodline. This one just gets one unique feat on his bloodline feats. So boosting up charisma, that's fine. Acid pit. Okay, so we're starting to get... So he's starting to basically become just a pit spammer. Okay. Like, if that's going to be his, like, role, is CC kind of, while also doing damage. That's fine. I guess. Alright, what do we get? Okay, we did get Dispel Magic for free. He did get Dispel Magic for free, so Destructive Dispel... Death is the best status to inflict. This is true. This is true. Could have picked Evo if you wanted to CC and do damage, yeah. But I mean, like... I think the best example, which I don't know if there's one that's similar to this in this DLC, but the Inn defense in Canabras. Nenio's pits can save your ass on higher difficulties. Because it just removes large chunks of enemies from the battlefield for an extended period of time. While you deal with others. And then you could just fucking gangbang the people that pop out of the pit later on. Spamming grease. Yeah, that too. Grease and pit traps are super strong in that area. Like I said, I don't know if that's a thing. Spawn camping the main entrance, nice. New arcane, what do we get? Shout. Okay. So yeah, Destructive Dispel, I don't think that this is worth it. Sorry, I don't think this is worth it. So like right now, if we look at this right now, we got a +6. All right, so DC 10 plus half your caster level, so that'd be 14 plus 6 is 20. DC 20 fort save. Now, we're not dealing with demons, so fort saves aren't quite as crazy as they were in the main game, so this is more viable. You know, oh my god, he does! We had to wait till level 9, but we finally got a summoning spell to make use of that level 1 feat that we took. Congratulations, Owlcat, you fucking did it. We also got Shout. Which, not a bad song, by the way. No, augment somebody? Nope. There you go, buddy. Hi. Why is this a thing? Why is this spell a thing? What the fuck? Why does this exist? Greater invisibility is always insanely strong. Fireball is one of my favorites. Summon Monster 4 if we're going for Summoner. Oh, we already got Acid Pit. Never mind. Like, why this? It's reverse heroism, but it's something that we have absolutely nothing to boost. Like, we're not boosting this with anything. We have no spell focus enchantment. We are not building towards enchantment. We have nothing that increases the success rate of this spell. So why are we taking this? Instead of Animate Dead, instead of Controlled Fireball, instead of Summon Monster 4, Greater Invisibility, any of these things. I don't agree with this. Might be a good spell. I'm not saying it's a bad spell. I'm saying it doesn't fit this build. Empower. Okay. We got Cone of Cold as our first level 5 spell. Empower. That's a +2, right? Yeah. Okay, so what do we have that could be boosted by Empower? Lightning Bolt, Spiked Pit, Stone Call, Magic Missile, Snowball. And then we'd just be getting rid of Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold would be replaced by Lightning Bolt or Spike Pit. I think for most of these, yeah, I feel like for a caster built like this, selective would be the single most important. You would really, really want selective so that you wouldn't have to worry about your own people falling into your acid pits. Go from max 12 to a max 18 damage. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the lower level, empowering lower level spells. Like, I wouldn't really want to empower anything below Lightning Bolt, really. Right? Because right now we'd be doing the max damage with it, 10d6. So, you know, you could potentially be doing 90 damage with a Lightning Bolt if you fucking somehow max rolled on damage. All right, level 11, Dispel. So they're really wanting you to... They are really wanting you to use Dispel Magic on people with this auto build. I disagree with focusing on Dispel this fucking much. I feel like there's other things to do. I don't know, augment summoning. I don't know, fucking rapid shot. I don't know. Spell specialization. We could spell focus a different school. They fixed some of these feats. Yeah, Dispel isn't even Conjuration. Yeah, that's also true. That's also completely true. We do have Summon Monster 5. So we did get that at least. Ice Storm, Haste, and False Life. But why this? If you successfully dispel an ongoing magical effect on an opponent, that opponent takes a -2 penalty on save throws. It's so fucking weird. It's such a weird thing to do. Let's just fucking dispel. And then yeah, okay. So it looks like it's always going to be level 6. Fuck it, Chain Lightning. And you get Sneak Attack, cause fuck it. Summoning Azadas is never a bad choice. No. Oh, actually, I would prefer to just hit him with a Cone of Cold a lot of time. A lot of the times, I would just rather hit him with a Cone of Cold. And yeah, we'll respec Penta. All right. So what do we start with? So she starts off at level 6, so we're up to level 7 now. Okay, so Bard spells use her intelligence score instead of charisma. Gives a +1 racial bonus to intelligence. So we got point blank shot. Don't get precise shot until level 6, but that's fine because we don't get her until level 6. I feel like summoning is kind of meh. Yeah, summoning in both. I mean, summoning in Pathfinder in general, unless you go like undead, summoning in Pathfinder tends to be fairly weak. A lot of the time, some summons are dex based. That's true. That's why you just always summon wolves and you just go for the trips. Constant trips. Unique abilities, yeah. Weapon focus, heavy crossbow, spell pen. Interesting. Extra performance. Spell focus, conjuration again. Summoning in Pathfinder is incredible. Gotta find the enemies. I'd have to look over exactly how summoning works in the tabletop again, but I remember when I first looked through it, it seemed very underwhelming. But that might have just been me being really shit at picking out what it is that I'm looking at. All right, so what conjurations do we have that spell focus conjuration would help with? We got Grease and Web, and that's it. Now, of the conjuration spells, Desert Druid can summon a Djinn by level 11, so you get just fucking hell. All right. But wait, summons can't cast spells like that, right? No. There's a limitation to stuff like that. You can't just cast spells like that as a summon. Get it as a spell-like ability? I don't know. I'm going off of memories that are years old at this point. So I can't really talk about that. If that's actually how that works, spells are not that important. That's true, but then she shouldn't be going for spell focus. Like, honestly, if she simply went for, like, skill focus on a lot of different things. Wait, was web transmutation in Kingmaker? No, there's no way, right? It was always conjuration, wasn't it? Yeah, if we're not going to focus on the spells, then I would prefer to just have skill focus, skill focus, skill focus, skill focus. Oh yeah, speaking of skills, what do we have? Yeah, I would check, but I don't currently have Kingmaker installed. Mobility, stealth, and then all of the knowledges and lores. All right. Bound to the land. So we do have a number of repeats, right? Lore Nature is Penta and Sendri. Knowledge World, Penta and Rekarth. Mobility, Penta and Rekarth. Numerian Companion, yeah. Yep. That's what allows her to have the Thundercaller bit. Gets to call, not summon, so it's permanent. Any genie at level 12. 1 per day, grant up to 3 wishes to non-genies only. There has to be some limiting factor to that. There has to be. If there's not, that's a massive oversight. Oh yeah, and then they get Storm Call at level 8. Yeah. All right. How broken Druid is in every other regard. Weird. Boosting up intelligence, which makes sense. We now have points in every fucking skill except for persuasion. All right. Yeah, don't focus on any one. Good job, Owlcat. Just spam out those extra points. Fuck it. So stupid. Well, I guess next level we'll find out what our or maybe the level after, I don't know. We'll find out what our actual fucking new skill is. Cure serious wounds is fine. And we get Storm Call, which is nice. Alright. What do we got? Trickery. Alright, so we're focusing on trickery as well. So, Rekarth does these 3 already. Right? Rekarth already does mobility, trickery, and stealth. And he's going to do it better than Penta will. So I'm not a huge fan of doubling up on these. I wish that she would go for persuasion, perception. I feel like it would make sense for her to have perception as a skill. Athletics. Like, it would definitely make sense to have persuasion as a skill because she fucking lied to her owners, basically, for, what, centuries? Years? A long-ass fucking time? Right? So having persuasion as a skill would make sense because we don't have, like, Sendri kind of does, but that's because he's got a fucking massive bonus to charisma. That's why he's got that +7. But yeah, that's one thing that I really don't like, is that basically all of our fucking companions, Penta just overlaps them all in skills. The only one is like perception and UMD are the only two that Penta doesn't have, that the other two do, right? I really wish that Penta, or I guess or perception as well. But it would be nice if Penta had like persuasion or athletics, something like that. And I feel like her being in like a fucking, you know, a hybrid machine body, that, you know, she would be a bit stronger than normal, so her athletic score should, like, you know, to make up for this fact that she doesn't have a super high strength, they could maybe give her an ability that boosts up her athletic skill. I don't know. It's just a thought on my end. See, invisibility, it's a fucking really weird spell to take. Delay poison communals right there. You also have Dispel Magic, you got Displacement. You like see invisibility is a weird one. And then you take Canny Observer. Sir, ma'am, madam, you don't have any. You have 1 point in perception, and that's because you took a point in everything. Why Canny Observer? This is the second time. Wait. Every fucking bard. Bard, Scald, and now Penta. Every bard auto build has taken Canny Observer with no or 1 point in fucking perception. They all did it. Every one of them did it. Every fucking one of them did it. Oh, hey, we've now almost tied the number of summoning spells that my summoning companion specialist did. By the way, we never got augment summoning on that conjuration summoner wizard sorcerer man. So that's cool. Combat trick, fast stealth, skill focus. Like, there's a lot of different choices that you could take. I did say wizard. What? It just stops. It stops halfway through the level. What the fuck? They didn't even bother to finish the level. Fuck it. Excuse me. All right, looks like we're back. Small hiccup in the stream. So yeah, they got to level 11. And then they just said, "Ah, fuck it. We're done. We don't care. I need a nap. I need a coffee." I'm gonna take Dimension Door. Oh no, I ended the auto build because she... Fucking stupid. All right, well, that's our 3. Rekarth, not bad. Sendri and Penta, what the fuck? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And we have a long time left. That's not what I wanted to do. While I figure out what I want to do, bam. All right. I can, but before we do that, I talked about this a little bit earlier. I do want to show this. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is the Excel sheet that I used for my Kingdom Hearts synth list. So over here, is Canny Acumen the new toughness yet? Maybe. So like, hello, Igor. How you doing, bud? So basically, as you craft these things, you know, first, you know, I think you have up to power chain available right off the bat. So it's like, all right, I crafted the mega potion. We hit this. These all auto update, showing you how many you've used, how many you still need, and as you continue on, eventually, if I knew what the fuck these things were, I'm trying to complete one of them. I'm trying to, there we go. Okay, so once you get a thing completed and you no longer need that item anymore, it will turn green. Red Moogle Band? Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a quick thing because I mentioned that I legitimately made Excel sheets to help me keep track of certain things in certain games. And then, like, you know, how many total you need, how many you've used depending on how many things you've crafted, how many you still need depending on how many things you've crafted, what enemy is the best drop, what world you're most like is the best to go and find that enemy, and then what room in that world. So basically, this is to tell me exactly where to go to find any of these things. And then over here, I have guides, where if I click on them, it'll take me to places like this, because there are certain, like, special enemies that are in the newer, the was it final mix version of the games, where you have to do specific things to beat these enemies. And I have links over here to all of those. And then other, like this one right here, get your combo to 100, don't let them fall. Sounds like skill issue. Memory issue. Looks like a Salesforce board. I don't know if that's supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, the more you do. Yep. Oh man, we're starting to get a whole lot of greens. Look at that. Everything's turning green because we've got a whole lot of stuff finished up. And then there we go. Eventually you get it all green and you don't need anything anymore. I also have one for the Final Fantasy X Arena. This one's a lot uglier. I was not as good at doing things as I am now. You install all this info to hard, or they just smash their head against the fuck. Both of those things. Fuck both of those things. Takes more time to make than it saves. Oh, this one definitely took more time to make than it would save in a single playthrough. But I love Kingdom Hearts, and I knew that I would eventually go back to play it again. And that second playthrough is when the time save would start. And actually, I should probably share this, because this is actually... I think that this is a pretty damn good resource. I think that this one's pretty fucking cool. Reference links. So these are for specific enemies that require specific tactics to beat. Like this one right here, Sniper Wild. It's like the fucking girl monkeys in the in Deep Jungle. Hello, Titan. Welcome back. But yeah, if you get seen by these, you basically just get murdered. You can't kill them anymore. You have to sneak up on them to kill them. It's a whole fucking deal. So like each of these with the guides next to them, there's some trick to beating them. And so I have links to those pages to say exactly what is going on there. All right. Let's go back to this. I'm not going to save changes because I don't like any of those changes. Stop. I understand. Web is transmutation. That's so fucking weird. Yeah, that's a weird one. Ricardo, did you go through and... Okay, so... Oh. Yeah, it's conjuration normally, yeah, for sure. Oh shit, I'm doing an accident and I'm oops. I'm accidentally deleting reactions from people. Can't even type your name. I've definitely been there for sure. Ricardo, if you go into the rules section on the Discord server, if you hit the check mark underneath the first post there, and then if you want, you can hit any of the others on the second one if you want specific notifications. But yeah, if you hit that one, you should be able to then post. You want to just post that in like resources? Well, we got an hour and a half. I think we might be able to get through Undead and Living Galfrey in an hour and a half. Well, I hope you get some rest, Titan. It's definitely about that time for a lot of people. All right. No. Stop trying to get me to sign in. Yeah, I got it. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, now local disk user me app data local low Owlcat games. I'm amazed I remembered the exact path. I somehow remembered the exact path to Owlcat fucking save files. All right. I'm gonna have to restart the game, I think, for the new file to actually show up. Come on. You can do it. Sync with the cloud. Do the thing, please. There we go. Open the portraits folder, find the save files. I relatively recently... Hey. Alright, let's do a thing real quick. No, I can't do it! Okay, there we go. New title. Or updated title, at least. Hey, look at that. It's a lady. It's a lady, and she's not even dead. Imagine. Imagine a living person. Yeah. Yep. What's this weapon? Daybreak. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's get going on Galfrey. Okay, so she is a paladin. And let's take a look at what she's got. Starts off with... Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? This is... No, you don't do this. Excuse me, video game, what the fuck? Okay, so her first feat at level 1 is critical focus. Sure. Alright. Extra lay on hands. I understand that. It's just really funny to me. I understand you can't get her below level 14. I just find it really funny. Alright. We got extra lay on hands. That's fine. We then get it level 3, improved critical longsword. I have a feeling, for whatever reason, I have a feeling that there are some ordering issues. Well, like, here is something that I am curious about. Improved critical is what? Well, there should still be an order that this makes sense in, right? You have dazzling display? Gross. In the contrary order? They might have, actually. Weapon focus, toughness, dazzling display, power attack, improved initiative, improved critical, extra lay on hands, and critical focus. I actually could see that being backwards, which is hilarious. It does work. Like, it's not them cheating and sneaking in. She can be a good intimidator. Unfortunately, all she has so far is dazzling display. Why do we not... Oh, wait. Auto builds were turned off. Let's do this again. All right, there we go. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's backwards. Yeah, it's just like I love intimidators. I love Intimidators. The problem is she only has Dazzling Display. If she had Dazzling Display and then like Coordinated Smash or Dreadful Carnage or something else, then Shattered Defenses and all the other things, like if she actually was built as an Intimidator, that'd be great. Does she have Mythic Dazzling? We haven't looked at her Mythics yet. We will take a look. I hope not. Fuck me, I hope not. Mythic Dazzling Display is so trash. No, Mythic Dazzling is in the base. It's just really, really fucking bad. Welcome back, Titan. So yeah, if we look at this, we got Weapon Focus Longsword, we got Toughness, we got Dazzling Display, we got Power Attack, we got Improved Initiative, we got Improved Critical Longsword, Extra Lay on Hands, Critical Focus, and Persuasive. For other choices, we have Mercy Diseased, Exhausted, Fatigued, Stunned, and Staggered. Wait. It is backwards. It is backwards. Because they have Exhausted before Fatigued. Oh, fuck me. Owlcat, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you manage to do this? She skips prereqs and then takes them anyway. Holy hell. Alright. Let's get going. Alright, what's Mythic rank number 1? Leading Strike. Is this something that I would take as level 1? GMPC. Yeah, I guess Leading Strike's fine. Well, we'll see what her build. Toughness Mythic at 2? Fuck you. Fuck you, video game. Hate Toughness Mythic. It's so shit. God damn. Both of you, fuck off. We have Power Attack Mythic, we have Improved Initiative Mythic, we have Improved Critical Mythic. We have Weapon Focus Mythic, I guess. So this is why Dazzling Display Mythic is shit. You have 3 options for this now. Well, you have 4, right? You have 4 options. You have 4 options. You have 4 options. 1, you do it normally. It's a full round action. No penalty. 2, do it as a standard action, which means you only get swift and movement actions now. You got a -5 penalty. 3, move action. You can actually attack now with it, but it's at a -10. Or you can do it as a swift action, which means you get your full attack action afterwards at a -20. This is shit. It's a shit mythic feat and nobody should ever take it. Anyway, always fuck me. Alright. Build's trash. Build's trash. Always a chance it's terrible. It's fucking garbage. How are her ranks again? We'll take a look at that the next time we level up. If she doesn't have Persuasion, I'm gonna be fucking... I'm gonna lose it. Always a chance is always a trash. Like, you don't automatically miss when you roll a 1 on an attack roll. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. You removed a 5% failure chance instead of doing literally anything else. By the way, You removed a maximum of a 5% failure chance. Oh, no. I like Dazzling Display and that feat chain. I'm talking specifically Mythic Dazzling Display. Mythic Dazzling is trash, and it is trash. You know, if you find yourself in that particular scenario, Igor, then I can understand you taking Always a Chance. However, for most of humanity, Always a Chance is absolute shit. Rupture Restraints. Fucking Last Stand. Ever Ready. She's a paladin. She's got spells. Buff spells. Very powerful buff spells. So enduring and greater enduring spells. Weapon Focus Mythic. She's only got normal weapon focus. So this is only a +1 to attack. We've already gone over what other things that she could be using instead of that. This is really fucking bad. CRPG bro would disagree with me about Always a Chance. I'll fight him on it. Always a Chance is fucking garbage. I've never actually watched any of his stuff. I don't know anything about it, but if that's one of his takes, I'll fight him on that particular take. I'll fight him on that one. Always a Chance is fucking garbage. If this was... So, when I first played this game, I thought Always a Chance was fucking incredible because I misread it. I conflated, I confused, I swapped Always a Chance with the Trickster ability, which turns nat 1s into nat 20s. Unironically talk with him? Maybe. I'd have to watch some of his stuff. All that stuff. Yeah, exactly, Afro. That's what I'm saying. It's like, at most, Always a Chance removes a 5% failure state. Always a Chance is only good. Not even good. It's only effective. It only does something if you would already hit on a nat 1. If you are 20 or more above, if your attack bonus is 20 or more above their AC, that's when Always a Chance can help at all. That's why I hate it. It's like, this is something that you take if you're already winning so fucking hard that this doesn't matter. I hate this. I hate this. Last Stand is fine though. Improved critical mythic longsword. Yes. Longsword's already got a somewhat extended crit range, so, and it's already been improved critical. So you got a 20% chance to hit critical on any given strike. So boosting that up to a ×3 is very nice. Very, very nice. Other options. Yeah, it's 70 to 20, so it's a 20% chance. Improved Initiative Mythic is always nice, especially since we're starting to get to pretty decently high Mythic levels. So we're looking like that's a +7 to Initiative. That's also fucking really strong. Power Attack Mythic is always well. I would hope that these are the two that she takes from here on out. I would hope that she takes Improved Initial Mythic, yep. And Power Attack Mythic. Fucking Jesus. Also putting extra bonuses into charisma. I don't know about that one. I feel like it would be better to go into strength. I mean, I guess if you're using Smite Evil, then that converts this into attack bonus and all that good stuff. So I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. I don't know. It kind of surprises me. She comes off as a bit of a bitch in the campaign. Like, let's be honest. There's the reason this lady has never survived to be a companion in my party. She does have the +8 headband. Yeah. She does have that for sure. Oh yeah, it's the perfection one too. Jesus. About that 5% chance, check the general chat again. This is my average luck. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's take a look at what you got. I feel like you had something. You're a cheater. You're a cheater, Taco. There's no way. I don't believe you. I see this. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Jesus. Also abundance. Do we need... Wait. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. Jesus, that sucks. That sucks. Half your mythic rank. How many Smite Evils do you get normally? I can't remember. Ah, well, we'll find out here. Smite. Ah, okay. 4th level and every 3 levels thereafter, Smite. Okay. So you can get up to 6, it looks like. So you have 7 total Smites by level 19, plus another 5. So you're almost doubling. Okay, so... Okay. So you're almost doubling the number that you would have otherwise. That's fine. I'm fine with that. For surezies. We then get armor, heavy armor focus, which... Oh yeah, we were looking at this. Persuasion plus 40. Alright. Knowledge world and mobility? Really? Market justice consumes 2. That's true. That is true. Oh yeah, that skill's broken. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm looking at mobility as well. Like, if we're looking at RP, lore religion would make more sense. Stealth and trickery, there's no way. Mobility doesn't really make any sense. Perception, maybe? Either perception or lore religion would be the most, like, they would make the most sense. Or maybe UMD. Oh, yeah. What's her fucking background? Just none. She doesn't get one. She's so old, she forgot her background. Understood. Yeah, no perception is crazy. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm like, you have to be perceptive to survive, like, political circles like she's had to deal with. Well, hello, kitty cat. How are you? No, you stay away from that. That's my breakfast. Yeah, that's weird. Armor focus. I would prefer things to play off of deadly carnage, dazzling display, like deadly carnage or Cornigan smash. Has some contingency resurrections, maybe. Bye, kitty. Fuck me. We've already gone over it. I'm not gonna go over it again. This is fucking stupid. Unstoppable is the idiot fucking younger brother of Rupture Restraints. I hate it. Rupture Restraints is better in every way. Poisoned? Poisoned? There is literally not a single party that should ever be poisoned past level fucking 5. Get this shit out of my video game. Past level 5, any party should have at least one person with delay poison communal on them, which means that everybody is from that point on forever immune to poison. No. No. Stop. Get paralyzed, get cursed, sickened, dazed, at literally anything but poisoned. This one's useless. Get the shit out of here. Shield focus. Okay. So Dazzling Display is useless. And she's put 2 feats into it. Like, the thing is, paralyzed, if you're doing auto builds, paralyzed is not a condition that comes up basically ever. So that's the argument against going with paralyzed, but even still, paralyzed is better than poisoned, because poisoned is something that you're never, ever going to come across. Because you're going to have delay poison on you. It's just going to be a thing. You're never going to not have poison. Yes, give this. Yes, this is good. If you're going to have shield focus mythic is good. Adding your shield's AC to your touch AC is very, very powerful. I approve of that. However, we have this shit pile of a mythic feat. She did. She took heavy armor focus. Oh, they did not update her build. They did not update her build for the new patch, so they're not giving her any of the new mythic armor focuses or mythic shield focuses. Yeah. Oh, she definitely could have made use of them. Words. Definitely could have, 100%. But they did not. Alright, and what does she get at level 20? Nothing! Because she's a paladin. Got him. Alright. So this build... honestly, it's not terrible. The only problem is... it's kind of all over the place, right? It doesn't focus on any single thing. It's got some defensive stuff. It's got some offensive stuff. It's got some intimidation stuff. But it doesn't focus on any given thing enough to make it worthwhile. Right? You got this lady without any clothes on. What the hell's wrong with you? Really hard to really fuck up a paladin. Maybe true, but you can strongly compromise their ability to... how do I put this? Make the... I guess the best way to put this is you can gimp their potential. quite strongly, and I think that they did that in this build. Oh, hey, it's the Urushiele. It's the Urushiele crown. Yeah, I always use this on Urushiele for sure. But yeah, this instead of like as soon as you go dazzling display, you need at least to get shadow defenses, right? Because that's why you get dazzling display. Is to get is to unlock shatter defenses, right? Or do you need dazzling display to do that, or do you just need power attack? I can't remember. Yeah, no shatter is a really big mistake. I don't think you really need the extra lay on hands. Weapon focus into dazzling into shatter. I thought you needed power attack for dazzling. What am I thinking of? Is that Cornigan Smash? That's Cornigan Smash that you needed then, right? Cornigan Smash is the one where, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, like, yes, this build is going to be viable as as you were saying, like, it's a paladin. It's gonna be viable, right? But they definitely gimped it. They definitely gimped it. They definitely tried to go in 3 different directions for it. Cornigan only needs 6 points in persuasion. What? Or why? Wait, what do you mean by that? All right. Where you at? There you are. Galfrey. All right, now time to check out the dead version. Oh, for the prereq. Okay, I got you. Okay, I was like, what the hell do you mean? I thought you were saying that, like, it capped out at 6 points in persuasion, and I was incredibly confused as to what the hell you were trying to talk about. That made no fucking sense to me whatsoever. All right. Let's take a look at Undead Queen Galfrey. So she starts off at level 15. And she is a Thundercaller Bard. So she starts off with point blank shot. Gets precise shot all the way at 15. Now, I know it doesn't really matter because it's all in... Yeah, she's a Thundercaller. Yeah, she's a Thundercaller Bard. Anti-Paladin? Oh, yeah, I was about to say, wait, is that in this game? Well, like, Anti-Paladin would be required to be a chaotic evil, and I don't think that Galfrey, even as an undead, would go to chaotic. I still think that she would be a lawful character. She would just be an evil character, right? There are archetypes that change it to lawful evil? Okay. I don't know much about anti-paladin. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is edgy, the class. Got it. That was about all I looked at it. As far as I got. Alright, so lingering performance. Candy Observer. Yo, Lord Bovin, what's up? Hate Brutish Evil, yeah. Spell Focus Enchantment. Greater Spell Focus Enchantment. Uncanny Dodge. That's an interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about that. We 4 for 4 on Candy Observer? Are we? Oh, on Bards? Yes. Yes. Now, the question is, does she actually have... Does she have perception? Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Does she actually have perception? Spell Pen, Greater Spell Pen, Weapon Focus, Heavy Crossbow, Improved Initiative, Dodge. Iron Guts. Oh, man, that's so shit. That's so shit. And then Precise Shot. Obviously, she doesn't have a con score because she is undead. She is boosting charisma. That's fine. Now, does she have persuasion? Or perception? She does not! 4 for 4 on bards that don't have any points in persuasion. Taking canny, whatever the fuck. Hey, we did it. Also, I would like to have a word with Owlcat. Candy Observer, that one. I would like to have a word with Owlcat. Why the fuck do you guys do this to every bard? She now has lore religion. That's true. That's true. Alright, let's see what spells we got. Cause Fury, Piercing Scream, Flare Burst, Unbreakable Heart, Haze of Dreams, Grease. Blindness, Heroism, Soundburst, Mirror Image, Cacophonous. Person. Do they even play their games? Maybe not. Thundering Drums. Haste, Crushing Despair, Confusion, Overwhelming Grief. Dominate, Hold Person, Serenity, Shout, Shield of Dawn, Cloak of Dreams, Heroism, Great. Discord. Overwhelming Presence and Greater Shout. Okay. Not fucking terrible, I don't think. She does have Overwhelming Presence, which works really well with, well, it's an enchantment spell, and Overwhelming Presence is very strong as an enchantment spell. Yeah, the spells are pretty good. I don't really have any major complaints about the spells. All right, let's see what we got. Ascended Element Sonic. Interesting. Interesting. She's got a couple of Sonic spells. Not too many, though. Right? There's Greater Shout. There's Ear-Piercing Scream. Thundering Drums would be either Sonic or Electric, I would assume. Yeah, she does have a few of them. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. I will accept it. Point Blank Shot Mythic. How much do I approve of this as our first? I think it's fine-ish. I think it's fine. But then again, we've put a lot into our spells. So I think taking Spell Focus Mythic or Spell Pen Mythic is probably better. Is an enemy other than the Sonic Dragon from KM resist Sonic? I have no idea. I've never paid that much attention. Because I just spam Ascendant Element Fire or Electricity. Or whatever the fuck I'm spamming. Usually Fire. So I don't even really look at their resistances because I know that I bypass them. Enduring Spells. She does have a fair number of decent buff spells, so that's fine. Is that better than anything else that she could get, though? She could get the Abundant Casting feats or abilities. Mythic Inspiration, which she's not going to get because this did not exist when her build was created. Improved Initiative Mythic. That's fine, actually. No, she's not going to get that. No. It is unfortunate because it would be very good for her build, but Improved Initiative Mythic is fine. As a bard, for whatever reason, like, especially if you're in a boss fight, a lot of boss fights start with a cutscene. So you're not going to be able to start the bardic performance before the fight. So this allows you to have a higher chance of starting that performance and buffing the party, right? At the very, very beginning of the fight. So I approve. Interesting. I never expected to see this in an auto build. I never expected this to be in an auto build. I mean, this is a really good fucking thing. You want this to be on at least one of your people, right? You want somebody in your party to have Inspirational Leader. Lived version build? Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm okay with... Yeah, very much so. It would fit more thematically with the living version than the dead one. But either of them is still Queen Galfrey, so I'm still perfectly fine with her taking it from an RP standpoint. And also, it's really good to have it, like I said, you want at least... Well, you want only one person to have this in your party. Because I can't imagine that these things stack, right? There's no way. Okay, here we go. Spell Focus Mythic Enchantment. Alright. Yeah. Greater Enduring Spells. Okay. So we're not getting the Abundant Casting. Clustered Shots. Interesting. Interesting. Then we get Slow and Brilliant Inspiration. If we're getting Clustered Shots, we're using a crossbow, so we can't get Many Shot or Rapid Shot, right? Because those are for bows only. Just double check. No. We could take Rapid Shot. Many Shot, I think, is bow specific. Yeah. Okay, so Many Shot is bow specific. Rapid Shot, we can grab. Slow's fine. Brilliant Inspiration, I don't even know what that does. Oh, it gives you advantage. Okay, hell yeah. That's very, very good. School mastery and why? Yeah, getting advantage is strong. Really, really good. Really, really, really good. Um, okay. Yeah, I guess. I guess we're just getting these boosted up by one level. Leaving shots. Really? That's the last one you grab, huh? We got a heavy crossbow. We're spending most of our time casting spells based on this build. Based on this build, we're spending most of our... I actually don't like this. I actually don't think I like this. Yeah, I think I would rather have Rupture Restraints. I think I would rather have Rupture Restraints. Because Cleaving Shot only triggers if you crit or if you kill. She's using a crossbow, so her damage is very limited based on what she can do. It's not like a longbow where you can add your strength mod to it as well. So she's not going to be getting that much damage off of her auto attacks. And like I said, we're kind of built towards doing a lot of spells, not just sitting there pew-pewing away with her crossbow. So I think Cleaving Shot is probably bad here. I think I would rather have Rupture Restraints or something like that. Huh, weird. Alright. What do we get here? Get improved uncanny dodge. Okay. Guess. I guess. How many sneak attackers are there in this game? There's the demons that do sneak attack. Can't remember the name of them. Sure, there's others, but those are the only ones that are coming up off the top of my head. Eye Bite is fucking whatever. I don't think of all of our level 6 spell options, I don't think Babaus. Yes. Um of all of our level 6 spell options, I think that we are not going to ever use Eye Bite. I feel like I would use either Shout, Brilliant Inspiration, or Overwhelming Presence, depending on the scenario. I don't think that we ever use Eye Bite. Not really. Okay, combat casting. All right. Sorry, I'm getting very, very sleepy. I'm definitely gonna take a nap before work today. What the hell is Focus Shot? Huh. Oh yeah, we don't have Rapid Shot. We got combat casting, but not Rapid Shot. And then we got Spell Pen Mythic, which I am fine with. I'm actually really happy that we got Spell Pen Mythic down here, because we're gonna need it over the... We're gonna need this extra Spell Pen for a lot of the people in the end game. Yeah, it's mandatory, because like there's that one. It's been a few weeks, maybe even over a month since I've mentioned him, but that fucking Vivakia in Threshold, the one who back when I was doing speed runs of the game still had fucking 70 AC on story difficulty. I think he had something like a 35 or 40 spell resistance as well. So, what the fuck? No, I'm not talking about Playful Darkness. I'm talking about it is an enemy in Threshold at the end of the game. He's not even a named enemy. You fight him before going into the tower. It's the last fight before you get to the tower. And it is where so many of my speedruns went to die. Because I would get to that fight and then I would just die. Because I couldn't do damage to him. Because his defenses were so stupidly high. I think he has since been nerfed. I have not done speedruns for this game in a very long time. It's not a great speedrun game. Kingmaker is a much better speedrun game than Wrath is. Wrath is a better game than Kingmaker. Kingmaker is a better speedrun. But yeah, he was. I think he was just Vavakia. He didn't even have like a name or anything like that. Yeah, touch AC was super high. Yeah, like everything was super high on these guys. It's like, Owlcat, I understand. This is endgame content. And you want this. How the fuck is it only 817? How have I gone through 5 auto builds in 2 hours when last week I couldn't get through, like, a lot of times I can get through 2 in 3 hours? What the fuck? By the way, freedom of movement, waves of ecstasy. This is a fucking hilarious spell to me because you just make everybody come in their pants. It's literally what the spell does. And then freedom of movement is just really, it's just a good spell. Total of 37 levels plus some mythic ranks. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean 37? We got 2 level 20s plus 3 level 11s. That's 73 levels, sir. Plus 20 mythic ranks. DLC doesn't have any mythics, no. We checked the shards to see if there was an auto build for the shards, but there wasn't. I know what you're talking about. But I'm going to make the numbers as high as possible to make me sound better. How do I feel about this class? Honestly, I think that this is better put together. Oh, you have a Kingmaker audience? Oh yeah, I missed that original one. But yeah, I've actually thought about that already. Now that we're basically done with Wrath auto builds, I have been thinking about going back and doing Kingmaker. I might take a break. Because I was not expecting to get through all of these this quick. I thought it was going to be a couple more weeks. We might make Saturday our Soma day for the next few weeks. Get some spooky Christmas time things going. Do some Soma, and then once we finish Soma, go back and do Kingmaker auto builds. Just to take a break from it for a minute. But I haven't made any strict decisions. That's just something that's in my brain about it. Because I do want to get into Soma. I do want to play that game. I've heard so many really fucking good things about it. I want to try it out. But speaking of things that I want to do, I want to take a nap. Really sleepy. There were definitely a couple of points in this last build where my eyes were fucking doing that. So I think we're gonna call it here. It's another early day. We've had a couple of them this week. But next week, plans for next week. Tuesday, obviously, we're going to be continuing through the Lord of Nothing DLC. Wednesday, we're going to be working more on this guy right here. We got the base of the head done. I'm hoping next week we will have this head attached to the full build back there. And we will only have the sides and the very top of the back to finish. Because the auto build started at higher levels. Oh, yeah. Like, I know why. It's just surprising that we were able to get through 5 fucking auto builds that quickly. Regardless of what levels we started at. Well, I mean, hell, the 3 companions we started at level 2. Or level 1. Right? Well, 2 of them. And then one of them was, what, level 6? I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, Wednesday we're going to be finishing up, well, not finishing up, working on the AT-AT build. Thursday I'm off. Friday we'll be doing Ninetales. We rolled up Ninetales. That's going to be a rough one. I remember Ninetales being a problem the last time we did it. We're going to do it again. Hopefully we can do it better this time. So yeah, that'll be Ninetales, and then next Saturday, we will do one of 2 things. I have not decided yet. A, Kingmaker auto builds. B, Soma. Kind of leaning towards Soma right now. Haven't made my decision yet. Yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching. I appreciate you all, as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening. See you next time. Bye!